All right, today we're diving into a story that, well, it really gets you thinking about some of the biggest questions in life. And it does it all through the eyes of two teenagers. We are, of course, talking about John Green's The Fault in Our Stars.
So let's just start with that question for a second. What if you found the one, your great love, but you just knew it couldn't last forever? What would you do? This single question is really the soul of this entire story. It kicks off this incredible journey into love, loss, and trying to figure out what it means to live a full life, even if it's not a long one.
Okay, so let's get into it. First up, we need to meet our main character and get a feel for her world right before everything is about to get completely turned on its head.
So this is Hazel Grace Lancaster. She's 16 years old, and her life is just completely wrapped up in her illness. She's living with cancer, and her constant sidekick, not by choice of course, is a portable oxygen tank. She needs it just to breathe. So you can imagine, her world is kind of small. It's pretty isolated. She feels lonely, she's worried all the time, and her parents, who are just trying to help, they basically force her to go to this support group for teenagers with cancer. And honestly, it is the absolute last place on earth she wants to be.
But you know how it goes, right? It's in that exact place she's dreading, that support group, where the whole story just ignites. This is where everything, and I mean everything, changes.
And you see the difference between them right away. On one side, you've got Hazel. She's super cautious, kind of weighed down by all her worries. And then in walks Augustus Waters. People call him Gus. He's this friendly, hilarious, just incredibly charismatic guy. Now, he's also a cancer survivor. He's in remission after losing a leg, but he has this confidence that Hazel just finds totally captivating. They're like night and day, but they're pulled together because they both just get it. They know what it's like to be young and dealing with all of this.
So what really cements their connection is a book, a very specific book called An Imperial Affliction. It's Hazel's all-time favorite, but here's the thing. It has the most infuriating ending ever. It literally just stops, mid-sentence, poof, it's over. And trying to figure out what happens next becomes their shared obsession. It's this mystery that they just have to solve.
And that obsession? It's the launch pad for the biggest adventure of their lives. It all starts as this quest for answers about a fictional book, but believe me, it turns into a journey that is so much more than that.
So get this. Augustus has a wish from one of those foundations, and he uses it to surprise Hazel with a trip to Amsterdam to meet the author. How amazing is that? So they go, and all the journey their friendship just completely deepens into something else. It's pretty clear they're falling in love. But then, the big meeting with the author? It's a complete train wreck. The guy is just this rude, drunk, bitter man who gives them nothing. But, and this is the important part, the trip was never really about him. In the end, even with that huge disappointment, they realize they found exactly what they were looking for. In each other. That's when they know they're in love.
So they come back from Amsterdam just flying high, full of hope, full of love. But this is where the story pivots. It takes this sharp, absolutely heartbreaking turn. All that hope is about to smash right into a very, very brutal reality.
Yeah, that time in Amsterdam, that's when they finally just say it all out loud. They admit how deep their feelings are. It's this perfect, beautiful moment, and for the first time, it really feels like the beginning of a real future for them.
And just like that future is gone. Right after they get home, Gus drops a bombshell. The cancer, it's back.
And it's bad. It's not a slow thing. The cancer has spread everywhere, and his health just goes downhill, fast. Suddenly, the roles are completely flipped. Hazel, who's always been the one needing care, she becomes his rock. She's the one taking care of him. She stays by his side through every single difficult moment, just giving him all her love and support as they face what's coming. It's just unbelievably heartbreaking, but also so inspiring.
So after all of that pain, what's left? That's what this final part is about. It's about the legacy of their love and about how you can find a whole lifetime of meaning in what they call their brief infinity.
Before he passes away, Gus writes something for Hazel, a kind of eulogy. And this line, this is the heart of it all. He's saying, look, getting hurt in this world, it's a given. Pain is going to happen. But you get to choose who you give the power to hurt you. And for him, choosing to love Hazel, even knowing how it would end, that choice was everything. It's what made his life matter. And that's really what Hazel is left with. She finally understands that a short life doesn't mean an incomplete life. Their love story, as brief as it was a complete story. It was real, it was huge, and it was worth every single second of the pain that came after. Their little infinity, as they called it, it was more than enough. It was everything.
So we're left with this question, right? The story doesn't really give you any easy answers. What it does is it makes you stop and think about what really truly matters. The message seems to be that it's not about how many years you get. It's about the depth of life and love you experience in those years. So I'll leave you with that. What do you think makes a brief life a full life?